Hi guys, and welcome to this pick a card reading. I am Vibrant Soul Tarot, and I'm so happy to have you here today. Today's reading is all about your crush and how they view you at this current time based on their current energy. So trust that this is a timeless reading, and whenever you come across it is the time for you. And also we have a bunch of juicy detail stuff to get the best in-depth picture on how they are viewing you at this current time. So we have charms, we have zodiac charms, we have initials, we also have channeled messages. We are going to be using oracle cards and the tarot deck to get the full picture. So it should be pretty fun and pretty juicy reading. So now that that's all out of the way, we have these 4 piles to choose from. Pile number 1, starting right here, we have this red agate stone and the Modern Witch tarot deck. Pile number 2, we have this amethyst stone and the Prism 8th House tarot deck. Pile number 3, we have this green adventuring stone and the Fountain tarot deck. And then pile number 4, over here we have this clear quartz stone and the Ascension tarot deck. So take your time when choosing your pile. Whichever one you feel drawn to is most likely the pile for you. If you feel drawn to multiple piles, there's probably multiple messages in there for you. That's perfectly normal. And pause the video if you need to. Take as much time as you need to. When you are ready though, I will post the description, or I'm sorry, I will post the timestamps in the description box for you to just go ahead and click on your pile and head straight there. So I will see you at your pile and I can't wait. Bye. Hey pile 1, if you chose this red agate in this tarot deck, then these messages are for you. So today we are taking a look to see how your crush views you. And if you missed the intro, we have charms, zodiac sign charms, initial charms, and a bunch of things. Oh, channeled messages and all that good stuff as well in this reading. So let's go ahead and take a gander to see how your crush is viewing you. Ooh, we got a lot of major arcanas already coming up here. Let's see what we have so far. So the first card we have is the Moon in reverse. Ooh, we have the 7 of Wands, we have the Lovers, and we have Temperance. Let's go ahead and get one more card. I saw the Devil in reverse peeking out as well. Ooh, and we have the 10 of Pentacles. All right, bottom of the deck, now we have the 7 of Cups in reverse. Okay, and let's go ahead and take a look at your oracles. We have Engagement Ring. We have Seduction. We have Kisses. Keep an open mind. Heart-to-heart conversation, stay optimistic, and flirt. And for the message, we have I feel codependent. Okay, so pile 1, where do I even begin? Your crush is at a stage right now where they have acknowledged their feelings for you. I feel like they can't hide their feelings for you. I think maybe in the beginning they try to, or at least try to avoid them and think that like that they would just go away or they weren't real or whatever the case is with here. But now I feel like that actually backfired and now they're thinking about you like nonstop, like constantly. I definitely see them wanting to express this to you with this heart-to-heart conversation and this kisses for sure. I definitely see that they want to express this to you somehow. I just feel like they're not ready and I feel like they might still be in their head about it. The fact that we have the moon coming out in reverse as the first card means that I definitely, again, that's kind of like that energy of they have something to tell you, something that maybe you didn't know. So maybe for some of you, like you honestly didn't think that this person felt this way about you, and they were kind of keeping it a secret or keeping it on the hush, you know, at this time, being very guarded as well. But I do feel like they just feel very drawn to you, especially with this Lovers right here and this Temperance right here as well too. Is like they're trying to balance their emotions, like they're trying to stay grounded at the same time as and also I feel like they feel like you can balance them, like you can complete them as well too. And then with this 10 of Pentacles coming in, like 10 of Pentacles is all about building a future, a family, a legacy, things like that. So this is telling me that this is something that they've been thinking about. And I'm getting a strong message too that they maybe think that they're like crazy, or they may think that they're like doing too much. They're like over the top because of like how they fantasize about this and about like having a family with you. They might feel like you might reject them, or you don't feel the same way. And I think it's because this connection that you have with this person, I feel like goes a lot deeper than what this person is actually realizing in this moment. Like they're realizing their feelings, they're realizing it's deep, they're realizing that they can't run from this, but they're not so much realizing that this may be a spiritual connection. You know what I'm saying? We have the Lovers here as well too. Also, Temperance is the card for Sagittarius, the Lovers is the card for Gemini, and the Moon is the card for Pisces as well too. And then we have some Earth and some Fire energy. Just pointing that out before I forget. But yeah, so with this flirt and also with this seduction, this is like they feel this super sexual magnetic connection as well too. Like honestly, I feel like they fantasize you know, about some 18 and over things quite often as well too. And okay, the message that I got when this keep an open mind flew out when I was shuffling your oracles too, is that it's not that you're like different from what their usual type is. I mean, for some of you, you definitely could be different than their usual type, and that's probably for the best thing too. But it's not that you're different, it's that they've just never experienced someone like you before. They've never met or felt this way about someone like this before. And so this is what I feel like that keep an open mind is coming out as well too. They really want to say these things to you, but I do feel like they are very reserved, especially with the Seven of Wands. Like they're still keeping a guard up to protect their feelings and protect their emotions. You know, I think maybe for some of you, this person could have been hurt in the past, or, you know, it's even if they weren't hurt in the past, which I do feel like for most of you it is, even if they weren't hurt in the past, it's like, I feel like this person is just not used to being so like captivated or like emotionally by somebody, and that kind of scares them, and they may like just be very guarded right now too. The fact that we have an engagement ring here as well like this 10 of Pentacles means that they can see a future here with you, like taking it to the next level. They also feel like they need to act accordingly, and what I mean by that is that I think with the fact of them being very reserved and having their boundaries up and things like that, I feel very strongly like they're very cautious of like what they say and how they act, because they don't want to like scare you off. And I'm hearing actually that maybe sometimes they may even leave you on red. For some of you, this doesn't have to be the case, just take this as it resonates, but for some of you, they may even leave you on red. And it's not because that they're ignoring you, it's because they literally don't know what to say. And I think that's very funny. But obviously for you, that would be like, what the fuck? Like you would get a completely different impression, you know what I'm saying? But it's when you hear it like that, or when you look at it like from that perspective, it's actually kind of funny. Okay, Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck too. again, constantly racing. I feel like they're like, for some of this is like worried. Like, it's not even just the fact that they're like in their head constantly about this. I think for some of you, it's like they're worried about like what you're doing, who you could be with, and things like that as well too. They might be like almost a little bit fearful that you're gonna go and like find someone else or talk to someone else, but they may not even be 100% honest with you about their feelings as well too. So it's interesting. So it's almost like they're doing it to themselves. Very interesting. But this Lovers right here, especially this card being in the middle, is really telling me that they feel, even if they're like not aware of it, like they're not completely aware of it, like consciously aware of it, they feel this just magnetic connection to you. The only problem is they're just resisting it right now because of their fears. And I do feel like this is something that they're obviously going to get over, because I feel like the feelings are stronger. And with this, I feel codependent. I feel like they're really fearful as well of being so infatuated with someone, or so where they feel like they need someone, you know. And I can see that as kind of unhealthy for a lot of the time, but it's like a fear that they have, maybe again from being hurt in the past and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and get some more channeled messages. So, pile one's crush, how are they feeling? What do they want to say to pile one right now? What do they want to say to pile one right now? Okay. You were created just for me. That's like that beautiful Lovers energy. That's so cute. Oh, you are my soulmate. See, I told you, they're like recognizing this connection as something way more serious than maybe they ever imagined. I don't know if you can see that they ever imagined like them even having with you, or even just with anyone. Like, maybe they never thought that they could feel this way about anybody. Okay, let's get one more channeled message. What do they want to say? What else do they want to say to pile one? Oh, I belong to you coming out, but I'm going to pick these two up because they fell. Ooh, they might act really busy, or they might be really busy, because at the bottom of the deck we have I don't have time. And I definitely see that they have time. They have time to think about you all day, then they have time to talk to you. But I feel like that might be like a front, like they act like they don't have time. I messed up, I know, and I can't trust you. These are, I like how I put them like on two different sides, because they're two different energies here. This is like that resistance energy, and this is like their higher self, and like this is like them right now. I do feel like they have trust issues. The I messed up, I know, that may be telling me that you have known this person before in the past, and this is maybe been a connection that you've tried to work on for a lot of the time, that maybe didn't go, but the feelings were always there, you know what I'm saying? And then also maybe it's because they are, I think mostly it's because that energy earlier of like this resistance, and them kind of almost maybe sabotaging this by like not being 100% honest and showing their true feelings at this time. Maybe it's like they know they're messing up. It's like they're like, okay, I'm dropping this ball. Like, obviously I feel very strongly about this person, and I'm dropping the ball. You know? And so, and it's because they have trust issues. They're very fearful of things coming out, things coming to light, them being hurt, them feeling so deeply and so strongly, and then getting their feelings hurt. You know, this is definitely that type of energy here. So yeah, good to know. Let's go ahead and pull some more zodiac signs. What did I say we had? We had Pisces, we had Gemini, and Sagittarius. Okay, So we also have Aquarius, we have Taurus, oh, we have double Taurus. I was gonna say it was coming on this Inquisitor side. So we have double Taurus energy as well. And then we have Libra too. So those are the present signs besides the ones that I said with the cards as well. Let's go ahead and get a couple regular cards. Okay. Ooh, we have the dream catcher, which is telling me that this person, this is, that's interesting. That's like that fantasizing energy again, like this person dreams about you. That could be in a literal sense. We do have the moon too, which does represent dreams and things like that. And it also represents illusions, which maybe this person is like creating these illusions in their head, like these fantasies and stuff. I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think that they're like, oh, they may often drift off to their little fantasy land, probably a lot more than you know. And then so we have this cat right here as well too. This is interesting. To me, this is representing, I'm hearing a couple different things. I'm hearing that this is like a protection and also an intuition as well. And maybe they, okay, and there's a message here coming through that they kind of view you as like a cat type of energy. And let me explain before, like, I'm getting the message right now. Okay, so what I mean by that is that they view you as someone who's like domesticated, but also wild at the same time. Like you can fend for yourself, but you can also like, you can be like really cute and cuddly, but you also have these claws that could actually rip their heart out. And I feel like that's really cute. That's funny. So maybe that's what that is as well too. And then also we have this little mermaid. Ooh, this is giving me more Pisces energy as well too. But we have this little mermaid. Ooh, I dropped it. Ooh, and it keeps landing on the back side as well too. There's a front side, but every time it drops, it land, or at least it was landing on the back side. And so maybe they feel, it's very fantasy-esque, and this is giving me like they might think you're like unreal, like what they want from you and what they feel like you can give them. They feel like it's almost too good to be true. Like this has to be something like you're like a mythical creature to them. And obviously a cat. That's funny. And then we have the big butterfly, which means transformation, growth, and I just feel like they view you as something that's so beautiful. And again, a message with that butterfly is like something that's unobtainable. Like it's really hard to catch butterflies, you know? And I feel like they want to catch you in their little web, their little dream catcher web. And it's really a lot of fantasy energy. We do have the Seven of Cups in reverse as well at the bottom too, and like then the moon too. This is all like kind of very ungrounded, like fantasy energy. So this is really interesting, but also they're not like completely acting on it because they have these fears involved. So all right, now we're going to get a couple initials. Oops, stuck. J is stuck. Okay, so we have our A, P, T, J, I, D, oops, O, and W. I hope you can see those. Those are the initials that are pulled here as well. And I'm all out of messages, I think, for this pile. So far, so good. I thank you so much for staying here this whole time. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss another reading. And I will see you again, pile 1. Thank you so much. Bye. Hi, pile 2. If you chose this amethyst stone and this tarot deck, then these messages are for you. So today we are going to see how your crush views you. And if you missed the intro, we have a lot of goodies and information for you to get the best in-depth reading. We have oracles, initials, zodiac signs, channeled messages, all of that good stuff. Okay. All right, Spirit, so let's get some information about how Pile 2's crush is viewing them right now. Okay, so we have the Emperor in reverse. Okay, we have the Two of Wands in reverse. Okay, we also have the Four of Cups. We have the Moon. And we have the Knight of the Apprentice. I believe in this deck is the, yeah, it's the Knight, because Novice is the Page. All right. And the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands in reverse. Yep, Novice of Clouds. Perfect. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to keep track, you know, all the different decks have all different kinds of, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look to see the oracles. We have the Butterfly. We have Healthy Choices. We have Not Enough. We have Retreat. Let Go of Control Issues. Express Your Love. And You Hold My Heart. Okay. Pile 2, your person is confused right now. Not because of you, though. I don't want you to think you did anything wrong or that there's something wrong with you. That's not the case. This person is in... they feel like they're in an inner battle right now between... making a huge move towards you, but they're also like in the middle of like building up the courage to do it. I feel like this person has some self-esteem issues, whether they let that show or not. This is something that I feel like they've been dealing with for a while, that they kind of are a little bit insecure for some reason, especially when it comes to you. So that means that that means that they think very highly of you. So that's a good thing. But right now I feel like they're working on themselves. They could actually be like, since we have this Healthy Choices, they could actually be like working on things that make them feel better, make them happier. This could be like diet, exercise. This could also be like just taking a break from things that stress them out. Whatever the case is, they're just focused right now on feeling better for whatever reason. And I do feel like because we have Retreat, and we also have the Four of Cups, which is like they're carefully trying to make a move here, and I feel like they're gonna build up the strength to do it. It's just they're just working on themselves. It feels like they've been in this period of self-reflection for a long time. Now, one thing that I do feel like they feel a little bit insecure about, because we have the Five of Wands here, is that they might feel like they have some competition when it comes to you, or like I said, this comparing themselves, or that's what I meant to say, that they're just comparing themselves because of like low self-esteem and issues like that. So keep that in mind. I don't think this is because, I mean, it could be, you could be like, you know, have a lot of options. I mean, obviously you're a prize, Pile 2, why not? But I feel like this is again like something in their own head. And then the fact that we have the Emperor in reverse too means that they're kind of, they feel like they don't have they're not in their power right now, and it's kind of taking a toll on how they react to you in this connection. So I feel like right now they've kind of just let it go, and they're really just letting it go with the flow right now, but they also kind of have these like inklings and these urges to really express this to you, and I feel like they're building up the strength right now to express this to you. They think about you a lot right here with this Knight of Swords. And I do feel like this is them coming in with some sort of message for you. I mean, and we have express your love right here too. They're coming in with, they're going to come in with a message. And I feel like they are going to express their feelings. Now, we have you hold my heart. So I feel like that this is very strongly like, no matter what is going on, no matter what other people are around them, or, you know, they feel very drawn to you. They feel like you are special. They feel like you have something that they don't, and that is just at their heart. Like they, you know, anyone else they could be like physically attracted to, they could be, you know, even if it's like mentally stimulated, but for some reason the emotions and the love and the feelings of, you know, wanting to make things work and expressing their love is towards you. Like you, because the image that I got right like with this card is like, you know, you hold my heart. Like I literally got like a hand holding a heart, and so that means that this other person is going to want to come in and offer their heart to you and give their heart to you, but that means that they're not gonna, it's not, okay, this sounds bad, just take this as like, okay, what I'm trying to say is that means that like they're giving their heart to you, so no one else can have it. You know what I'm saying? So like even if they're like doing other things or seeing other people, whatever the case is, like they don't have the heart, you do. And I know that was kind of it's not that it sounds like they're heartless, but maybe that's how they feel when it comes to other people. Maybe they feel like no one else can bring out these emotions and these feelings like you can, Pile 2, and that's pretty cool too, you know. Also, I'm really drawn to the take up space in the Emperor as well too. Like this person is usually the type, I feel like, maybe to let things slide, maybe be a little bit too easygoing, maybe let, you know, like let things or people pass them by. And with you, they're starting to realize that, wait, like they don't want to do that this time. Like they need to speak up. And so I do feel like they're going to be speaking up soon. And I do feel like it's just, is this not enough is kind of a big key here, that they're just lacking confidence, as well as trying to control some sort of jealousy issues as well too, because that's kind of stuck out to me too. It says issues, or it says jealousy. And then we have this 5 of Lightning as well too. Yeah, this person's in some like deep thoughts and some inner work to where they're trying to be less toxic. Maybe they used to be toxic in past relationships, and take that term like lightly. I know it could mean so many different things. So, you know, it could mean something as little as like, yeah, crazy jealousy issues, or it could mean like something huge. But whatever it means for this person, I feel like they're really trying to work and get that under control and realize why they are the way that they are. So this is actually a really good sign, Pile 2. I feel like this person is in some deep self-reflection. And with that being said, you know, that's always a good sign for a future healthy relationship that I feel like they're trying to have. So yeah, take that as it may. Let's go ahead. I think I'm already ready for some channel messages. Let's go ahead and get some channel messages from this person, please. What does this person want Pile 2 to know? I feel so confused and I feel stupid. Isn't that what I said in the first thing? I was like, this person feels kind of confused. Is very confused about what they want and how they're going to get it. Especially with this 2 of Wands in reverse. Like how they're like confused about the future, not knowing what's going to happen. How are they going to get you to see them, to, you know, listen to them, to love them, whatever the case is, you know? They're like, I feel stupid. I'm angry at you. You are my soulmate. Now, why would they be angry at you, Pile 2? I think that they're not angry at you. I think that they're angry that things weren't working out in their favor at one point in time. If they're not, maybe you're not like full on chasing them right now, and that's kind of like why they may be angry. I don't know. I kind of want to know, why are they angry, Spirit? Yeah, look, at the bottom we have I don't miss you in reverse. That means that this person is like, they're acting a certain type of way. Why are they angry at pile 2? What happened with pile 2? Please let me know. Ooh, so we have the 5 of Cups in reverse and the 9 of Gems in reverse. So the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. There's some sort of... They're feeling the loss. Okay, okay. So you may have like stepped away from this person, or if not, you're just not playing their little games and you're not chasing them. And I feel like, oh, that's maybe why they feel like that not enough energy. Okay, okay. This is juicy, pile 2. Bottom of the deck now, we have the, oh yeah, they want you to take action towards them. But I feel like right now you're kind of sitting back and you're kind of maybe going off their actions and their words. And maybe this is like a case of like, well, I'm not going to hit them up because they don't hit me up, or I'm not going to text them back because they don't text me back. And now you guys may just both be like, what the hell? Why aren't they texting me? But really, you guys are both sitting there like, like, text me, like, let me know, you know what I'm saying? So that's why they're mad at you, because you're not like playing their games. They may feel like they've lost this battle already. Like, they may feel like you had so much to offer them, or, you know, you could have been, oh, I heard that, like, we could have, that one song is like, we could have been somebody. No, I can't remember the rest of the lyrics. I guess that was the only important part. But yeah, they're like, you know, we could have been somebody good. Like, what the hell? And so that's why they're angry. This could have been, yeah, they feel stupid. They feel confused. They feel like they maybe, I feel like this person is kind of beating themselves up for this too. I don't know if that's 100% like, if they're being too hard on themselves, or, you know, something happened and they, you know, you might be on the other side of the screen. Like, yeah, they should, like, you know, they should. Whatever the case is, though, I do feel like this person is feeling some sort of loss from you, some in this separation. And this is definitely someone you've been separated with. So, and they're kind of, they're acting like they don't care, but they really actually took a, you know, you bruised their ego, pile 2, from this. So, but like this says, you know, you hold their heart. And I do feel like this person is going to reach out to you, because we have the Knight of Swords, we have express your love. This could be them really just wanting you to express their love, but because we have the Knight of Swords, like, I think that they're going to, you know, obviously the Knight of Swords is someone who tells it like it is, and maybe is a little bit hasty at times too. Maybe they might overstep and say some things they might regret. And I don't know here. I don't know, but all I know is that they need to get their emotions in check, because they feel, you know, strongly about you, and they feel like we literally have you are my soulmate right here. Like, they feel this connection to you. Okay, so if they're not acting on it, then yeah, it is, they should feel stupid. But let's go ahead and get some zodiac signs. Do we have any? We had Pisces right here with the moon. We also have a lot of fire energy, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, as well as some cups and some air as well. Okay, but let's go ahead and see. I felt called to pull one more. I don't know why, so I'm not going to question it. Okay, so we have Leo. Yeah, super fire energy. We have Leo, we have Libra, we have Aquarius with friendly, and then we have Virgo on the side of practical. We also have Scorpio, and then we have Taurus with Inquisitor as the dominant zodiac signs here. Oh, we have the dragonfly popping out. Dang it, every time. So dragonflies is a good sign of like movement, abundance, and hope, and things like that. And And I want you to look up the meaning of dragonflies when it comes to a situation like this. So like maybe if that's like Googling, I'm trying to put this to where you can see it. Sorry, I don't know if you can see it that well right there, but that's where it's gonna go. Okay, yeah, Google dragonflies and their meaning when in regards to like a spiritual connection and stuff. For some reason, I think that there's messages in there for you as well too. So, oop, all right. So we have, oh, I love how this is like the rose quartz. I love how it's pointing right to, right to the Knight of Swords, and this is rose quartz, which is the heart chakra. So they really want to express their love to you at this time. And I just feel like they just don't know how to do it, or maybe they will. Maybe they're doing it right now. Maybe you'll get a message, you know, shortly. We have more elephants is another symbol of abundance. It makes me think of like Lord Ganesh and abundance and things like that. But maybe, you know, and also getting through obstacles as well too, with lots of wisdom. And it's like yeah, that's what it reminds me of, like an abundance of wisdom. I feel like that's really beautiful here. Maybe they've learned a lot when it comes to you and it comes to this connection. Again, horse for, you know, movement and action towards you. And then we have the butterfly, but this is landing upside down, which I feel is really prominent to me too, which means that they may be, you know, in the midst of a transformation, or they just feel like they're a little down and out right now is the message that for some reason that I'm getting from that. Like they're not able to fly, because I heard the message like their wings are wet. And so for a lot, I don't know if that's for butterflies as well, but a lot of insects, they can't fly when their wings are wet. Like they have to dry them out. And so maybe that's like the energy that this person's in right now. Oh, and then we have a little fairy, and I feel like this is, you bring some sort of magical energy into their life that I feel is really beautiful. Again, fairies remind me of like Pisces energy for some reason too. I don't know why, but like that mystical kind of energy. And also this is like a message of like too good to be true, like you don't exist. Maybe they feel like right now they don't exist to you. I mean, okay, I'll tell you right now, fairies exist. They're very much real. You don't have to agree with me, but whatever, they're very much real. But maybe this person doesn't believe in stuff like that, and so and so they feel like they don't exist to you, like they're just like some mythical creature or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, don't mess with the fairies are real. Anyways. Let's go ahead and get the initials now. Put this over there. Q. Oh, I feel like that Q was stuck to my finger. Like they have a lot of questions for you. Okay. So we have Q, L, R, U, M, B, W, Z, N, E, and I. Oh my gosh, why is this like, this is giving me like remember, like energy, like ERMB. It's like I don't know why, but it is. And maybe they're like, don't forget about me. Like, you need to remember me. We have rub. Maybe they're sorry they rubbed you the wrong way, or maybe they want to rub you the right way. Hey, I'm not here to judge. We have, oh, I love, but like, this is like, reminds me of like, I don't know, you know, like the people that say like rawr and things like that. Like they're like, this, I love you. Like it's kind of cringe, but it's like cute at the same time. We have a rum. Maybe you guys like to have partake in it and some drinks. Okay, I'm gonna stay here all day and try to figure out like some some other words and things like that. But these are the initials for this reading. And don't worry if you didn't get the resonating initials or things like that, or maybe even the signs. But you felt like this reading really resonated and it hit, you know, a spot. Then don't even worry about it, friend. Just take it as it resonates. That's what it's for as well too. Sometimes I feel like we get tested as well too. Like sometimes we don't need confirmation. Sometimes spirit wants us to if we feel it, you know, to trust our inner wisdom. So someone I feel like needed to hear that. But anyways, I'm going to leave this reading here. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope it helped in your situation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss another one. And I will see you again. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this green adventuring stone and this tarot deck, then these messages are for you. So let's go ahead and see how your crush views you. If you missed the intro, then I will just go ahead and quickly tell you that we have charms, we have zodiac sign charms, initials, channeled messages, oracles, all that good stuff to get a full in-depth picture about how your crush is viewing you at this current time. So let's do one more shuffle and let's do the damn thing. Okay. Spirit, can you tell me how... Did I call you Pile 2? I don't know if I did, but maybe there's a message in Pile 2 if you felt drawn to Pile 2. I don't know. We haven't heard your messages yet, but... Or if not, I'm sorry. Pile 3. How is Pile 3's crush viewing them right now, Spirit? All right, we have the Hierophant, 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay, we have the Empress. And we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, this person has a lot that they want to say to you. They want to express something. The King of Swords at the bottom too. This could be an air sign as well because we have so much swords energy, as well as Taurus right here with the Hierophant. Let's go ahead and get a couple more cards. 3 of Coins. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. Ooh, we have the Tower in reverse coming out. Okay. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Swords. Interesting, interesting stuff here. Let's go ahead and quickly take a look at your oracles that we got. So we have Healing Heart. We have Mirror. We have Self-Indulgence. We have Trust. We have Religious Factors. We have Very Soon. I don't know why I'm putting them like that. We have Very Soon, as well as I Dislike You Right Now. And we have Hold Me in Your Arms. Very back and forth energy. Maybe if some of you felt that back and forthness from this person, like that kind of like yes, no, yes, I want you, get away from me because I'm scared of you type of energy. Well, of course, they wouldn't say that they're scared of you, but like I feel that would be the reason why they would be like, I'm scared of my feelings. Because honestly, Pile 3, I feel like this person has been through some tough lessons, especially with this 10 of Swords in reverse. We have the 3 of Swords at the bottom, and we have all of this like healing energy. On the Self-Indulgence, it says, you know, shadow work, time to heal. This person has been through the ringer when it comes to either past relationships or just some life lessons altogether. And this is kind of affecting how they're approaching you at this time, or how they're coming off, because how they're viewing you as the Empress, okay, and this Three of Coins type of energy. What this is telling me is this is someone that they want to be with. This is someone that they feel very attracted to. This is someone that they feel very like, you know, they appreciate you. They do, whether they say that or not, with this Three of Coins right here. The Tower in reverse is telling me that there's some fear here when it comes to, they're like in their head, they're like, this could be potentially a disaster, and that's kind of where their focus is on right now. It seems like they're not being very positive when it comes to this connection due to probably past failures. And I feel like these past things are coming back to haunt them, and maybe keeping them in a cycle of like they're basing the future on the past. And if you know anything about like shadow work, or if you don't have to know about shadow work, I don't know why I said that, but you know, one of the biggest things in shadow work is trying to break free from that restrictive limiting thinking. And so this is kind of that energy that they're in right now, that it feels like they're going through. So they could be limiting, I feel like they're limiting their own selves, and they're almost very confused and back and forth because they're only basing how things could turn out by how things haven't worked out in the past. And so that's making them focus on a negative outlook. But they feel all of these beautiful things with you. They feel like they belong to you. And this Hierophant is telling me as well too, there's like that at first it was like the lessons, and now it's speaking to me and telling me that this is a commitment that they want to make. They just don't want it to end badly. I feel like I can't stress that enough. Like, and I feel like you may have felt that, or maybe they've expressed that to you before, who knows. But it's like they're in this avoidance right now because they're afraid of disaster. And so this is why I feel like we have, like, with these little messages here, hold me in your arms. It's like they want you, and they want you to, they feel very safe with you for sure. They feel like you could, you know, protect them and love them and nurture them. But for some reason, they're, I don't know if something happened within this connection. Something specific happened within this connection that may have brought out all of these fears to the surface. I do feel like this person has very, very strong trust issues. And I do feel like the fact that we have religious factors right here too, it means that this may be a connection that has been a bit triggering in some way, shape, or form to actually heal this person. And I don't know, it's kind of giving me like twin flame vibes, but hey, if you thought, you know, take it as your own personal opinion, okay? I'm not here to tell you this person's your twin flame, but hey, you know, they might be. This is kind of the energy that it's giving me here, okay? So, and I feel like very soon they know that they're so back and forth right now that they know that they need to make a decision, and they need to come to you very soon because they know that they're probably gonna screw this whole thing up if they don't. Like, they are also fearful that you're not going to be around forever to wait for them, and which, you know, you don't have to be around forever to wait for them. I wouldn't expect you to, you know what I'm saying? But they're sensing it. They're sensing your impatience. Rightful impatience. I'm not saying you're impatient, but they're sensing it, and they're like, okay, we need to act very soon. So I feel like this is going to happen. The fact that we have the Knight of Swords means that, yeah, that usually means that they're going to come in with some sort of, I was gonna say offer, that could be the case too, but you know, they're going to express something towards you, hopefully something very positive. Hopefully they're learning from the way that they're feeling, because I do feel like this person is kind of going through this inner turmoil, or maybe this like inner revolution of some sort that is shaking them up and making them realize that they need to you know, act accordingly. But there's like, interesting, it's very back and forth. Anyways, they're very hurt right now when it comes to something, whether that be from you in the past, whatever, and this is something that they're dealing with. I feel like they're dealing with this heartache right now, and so yeah, and so it's affecting the way that they are behaving and the way that they're approaching you, and maybe even affecting their complete honesty when it comes to how they're feeling right now. They could be hiding their feelings or stuffing them down like in deep within themselves just at this current time. But don't worry if that is true, that this person is kind of stuffing them down or whatever, you know, that is just a recipe for things to definitely build up. Like the more you try to hide things and the more you try to stuff things down, the more actual energy you end up feeding it subconsciously, and that is what actually creates a shadow, which creates projection. So maybe this is what this person is. Oh, maybe this person's been projecting their pain onto you, and that's not very fair now, is it, pile 3? I don't like that. Maybe this person has maybe been a little bit too guarded because they are projecting their pains on you. We do have mirror here too. Again, that's giving me that twin flame energy, because it's like they're seeing all their wounds within you, and it's painful. It's healing, but it's painful. So right now I wouldn't take anything personally. The fact that they view you as someone, they do not want to let you go. Oh, that kind of goes with that hold me in your arms too. Whether it feels like it or not, they're still kind of holding on to you very, very tightly, emotion-wise. And I kind of want to see a little bit more with the tarot. I didn't do this for any other pile so far, but I want to know like a little bit more with this. Can you tell me more about this, Spirit? Or tell me what pile 3 needs to hear? Okay, so the 3 of Swords is for sure coming out. They're saying that this person needs to heal. This person is, Spirit saying this person is a little bit damaged, a little bit, okay, and we have the 2 of Swords in reverse. Again, not making a decision here. 10 of Wands at the bottom. This person has a lot of, this person does kind of come with a lot of baggage here, pile 3. Let's see. Okay, and the Emperor in reverse. That's interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Cups and the 7 of Wands in reverse. This person's not surrendering. They need to like let go and just let it be. Like they need to surrender to this beautiful 10 of Cups energy. Bottom of the deck now, we have the 5 of Coins in reverse. So yeah, this person feels maybe a little bit left out in the cold. Maybe you have, oh, maybe that's why they dislike you right now. Maybe you actually decided to walk away from this person for whatever reason, or maybe you're just giving them the cold shoulder right now. You're not fully giving them the attention, and that is maybe very triggering for them as well too. But the fact that we have the 2 of Swords in reverse is, again, like this person feels like they're stuck, like they can't decide between, I feel like it's like they can't decide between their head and their heart. Like their head is like telling them, like their head is still in their ego, and their head is telling them like they're being fear, or like to give into the fear, like to I sounded like that meme of that boy when he's like, did you ever have a dream when you whatever, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But now what was I saying? Dang it, Brianna, focus. Oh, okay, so basically, yeah, they're deciding between their head and their heart. Their head is still very much trapped in their ego, to where they're like giving into the fears and the doubts, and they're not really making a move because they're still kind of hanging on to, you know, whatever their old self, whatever was making them comfortable, you know, any of that. And but their heart is this 10 of Cups. Like, I love this imagery on this too. Like, it's like, oh, Like, that's what it reminds me of. Like, that's like the sound that would come out of this card. But really, you know, and in the Seven of Wands, it's like they just need to like relax, like give in, like let it be, and give into the sweetness of like how they feel. But they're stuck. You know, they're giving their power away when it comes to being too much in their ego, listening to their fears, listening to the doubts, listening to their past pains, and basing things off that, you know. And oh, I just realized it, but this is the Emperor in reverse, and we have the Empress again, more divine counterpart energy here, but they're coming, their energy is coming in as blocked, I believe, because the first one was like viewing you. This one's more of like, what the heck, I just wanted to know what's going on. So this is them, and then they're viewing you. So anyways, there's blocked right now. They have a lot of blockages due to this Three of Swords kind of. Oh my gosh, that is such a good reference, Spirit. So this is like they don't want to burst their bubble, like their bubble to be burst again, because the heart isn't a bubble and it has like the needles. And so if you were to take the needles out, it would be like it would pop and go away, and that's something that they don't want. They don't want to lose you, but it hurts for them to face you right now, because I think, again, because that whole like mirroring stuff, you know. And so that's why they're not making any moves. That's why they're in this like analysis paralysis type of energy where they're over analyzing and they're not making, and they feel kind of stuck. You may feel stuck right now too, you know, when it comes to this. Like you're like, what the hell? Like, that's not going anywhere. And that's honestly why. But let's go ahead and get some more channeled messages. We have you hurt me and you deserve better than me. So this person may have not shown the best actions when it comes to, or like actions maybe, and we have commit to me. Yeah, and then we have trust here too. To say this person has trust issues is, and then we have I can't commit to you at the bottom. What the hell is, oh my gosh. Honestly, no wonder why you're watching a reading, pile 3, about how your crush sees you and how they feel, because this energy is so freaking back and forth. It's very projecting, but also wanting your cake and eat it too type of energy. And this is just absurd. This person is just absurd sometimes. But so they know that they're not acting up to par, but they're hurt by you choosing yourself. They're like hurt that you're choosing yourself, and you're, you know, you're saying like, okay, you know, like I'm not going to wait around forever for you to, you know, decide, or I'm not going to keep going through this and that until you figure out what it is, like what the hell that you want, you know. And then so you acted accordingly, and they're like, ugh. That is like, it's very immature, honestly. It's very immature. And I heard you know, where they're like arguing over, it's like another meme, or I don't know what you call it, but anyways, where he's like, grow up, bro, grow up. And they're talking about the Wizard of Oz, and then he was like, she wore a crown and she came down in a bubble, dog. Like that's but the grow up, bro, is like the voice of Spirit, like putting my hand there, like, grow up, bro. Yeah, honestly, I mean, Spirit's not wrong. So, and they're like, I want you to commit to me, but you know, when you expect the same in return, I run. Or they're like, it's the very double standard type energy. I don't like this energy right now. I think this person needs a little taste of their own medicine. So if you gave that to them, good for you. But that's just my personal opinion. You don't have to fight fire with fire, whatever the case is. But you deserve, you deserve what you bring to the table, because apparently you bring a lot to the table, and this person cannot lose you, but they can't lose their old self in their own ways. Okay, I just heard death of a bachelor too. in my head. So if you haven't heard that song, it's by Panic at the Disco, Death of a Bachelor. Or I think the name honestly is the biggest thing. Like, this person has to kill off their like old ways, their bachelor ways or whatever, or bachelorette ways, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And so this is very relevant to that reading. Maybe you could listen to that song too. I don't know, maybe you'd like it. But let's go ahead and get some zodiac signs. What other signs? Do we have any other prominent signs? No, just a lot of air energy I remember as well too, and earth energy. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I was like, what the heck? Like, why did this fly all the way over here? Because their practical side is like, you deserve better than me, but then like their other side, they're like, but then they're like, their emotional side is like, I want you. They're like, this is interesting. Or maybe spirit's actually saying to be practical when it comes to like what this person's showing you right now, to kind of believe them. Now, I don't think this person's like gonna be like this forever, and that doesn't mean that there's no hope or anything in this relationship. It's just, maybe this person just needs some taste of their own medicine, and maybe that would just be like you doing you. You know? But anyways, we have Gemini with intelligent. We have Aquarius. We have Pisces. We have Cancer with imaginative, and Virgo with practical. We also have Taurus right here with the Hierophant that's sticking out to me as well. Okay, let's go ahead and get some initials. Okay, so, oh, we have TF right here, which is like, look at, we have, I mean, those could be the initials, but look, we have TF in black and white, twin flame, your shadow self, and the light self, or maybe like, I feel like it would be cuter like this. Since twin flames is like yin and yang, it'd be like TF. Like the yin and yang signs. Interesting. Okay, and other than that, we have J, P, D, Q, V, and W. I'm called to do like more zodiac signs, which is weird because I thought we had enough on there too. So we have double Virgo, we have Libra with charming, and Scorpio as well too. And let's go ahead and get some regular signs. I mean, regular signs, regular charms. Okay, so we have this cheetah right here, which landed on the backside, which again is kind of reminding me of that distorted masculine energy, because cheetahs are all about action and moving forward and going forth and going after things. So that's why I associate them with masculine energy. And it's distorted right now. So this is kind of like that energy that I was getting from that Emperor in reverse. We have the dream catcher, which means this person, I feel like, dreams about you. You may dream about this person as well too. We have the Hamza hand, which is a symbol of protection. So you may be very protected right now, or this person could be very protected right now, or this, if you guys are in a separation, this is for your own protection, as maybe a message with that as well too. We have the starfish, which represents divine love, but also represents maybe holding on a little bit too tightly. I feel like this is a message for you to release your grip. And that kind of brings me to this steering wheel, you know, to release control and let you know, the divine guide you, and let this thing kind of unfold naturally as well too. We have a lot of, I like how that landed like right between, we have a lot of water energy here as well too, because we have, oh, did I say Pisces? Yeah, we have all the water signs present here. We have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Oh, we have all the air signs too, because we have Gemini and Aquarius and Libra. And just Virgo and Taurus. Okay. I don't know why. I think I just get distracted easily. But yeah, so we have the angel right here as well too. So this is like, again, this is a guardian of some sort that I feel is with you, pile 3. And I feel like this is, if this is a spirit guide or ancestors, whatever the case, this person is protecting you, or this guardian angel is protecting you right now from maybe what this person has in store in their circumstances and things like that as well too. And so maybe to not resist some change right now, I feel is important for you. But with that being said, my throat chakra got a little bit closed up too. Maybe, I was gonna say like speak your truth, but maybe this is because of what I was talking about, and my throat didn't like close up, but it got like a little raspy, and that's always like throat chakra. Oh, like right now, see? I feel like this is maybe to be careful what you say, like to protect your energy, because normally I would say like speak your truth, but I think this is kind of like telling you to maybe just protect your energy when it comes to how you express yourself right now for whatever reason. And that could have been that guardian kind of coming through for you to pile 3. But I'm going to leave this reading here. Sorry, I lost track again. Me getting distracted. No, but thank you so much for staying till the end, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss another one, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye. Hi pile 4, welcome to your reading. If you chose this quartz stone in this tarot deck, then these messages are for you. So let's go ahead and get to shuffling. If you missed the intro, basically to sum it up, we have a lot of juicy stuff to get the best in-depth reading when it comes to how your crush is viewing you right now. We have zodiac sign charms, we have initial charms, regular charms, and channeled messages as well. So it should be pretty interesting. All right. So Spirit, can you tell me how pile 4's crush is viewing pile 4 right now? How do they see pile 4 right now? Ooh, we have Justice coming up. It's a Libra energy. How do they see pile 4? How does their crush see pile 4? Okay, we have the Knight of Crystals, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. Interesting. And let's see, we have the Lovers in reverse with Strength in reverse. No, Strength is upright. Sorry. Okay. Bottom of the deck for you, we have the Ten of Cups. Oh, that's a beautiful bottom of the deck energy. And let's go ahead and take a look at the oracles that came out. We are still going to do channeled messages through the deck, but you guys actually had a lot of channeled messages come out already, so we're just going to play it by ear. But we have Heart with a Key. We have Mask. We have Love Call. We have Separation. Children. And Passion. We also have Talk to Me. I think that's kind of funny with this separation. They're popping through in these channeled messages like, hey, like, can you talk to me? And then we have I am emotionally unavailable. And then we have, will you marry me? Okay. Pile 4, you have done a number on this person. They are just so infatuated with you. The fact that you're in separation right now with this person is like killing them. They obviously are coming through with that channeled messages and with love call right here for you. Almost, I'm just gonna say it, like almost like begging you to like reach out to them. They may be trying to contact you, and if not, then I do feel like they are going to. But yeah, they wish that you would just talk to them. For some of you, you may have kids with this person, or they may have kids with someone else that could have been affecting this connection. But for the rest of you, this person wants to have your babies, and they want to, it says marry me, it says will you marry me, and then it says, you know, children. Like I want to have your want to have your babies. The bottom of the deck energy is the 10 of Cups, which makes me feel that you fulfill them in ways that they probably weren't able to fulfill themselves in this current energy. And so I feel like that is why they are definitely feeling this loss from this separation. I do feel like they feel, okay, so let me talk about this tarot spread. They view you as someone that because with this Ace of Cups, you know, I do feel like this is like they feel like, you know, maybe they deserved this separation. They feel like maybe you didn't, that you used to pour out so much to them, and they may have taken it for granted. And so with this Ace of Cups in reverse, it's like a double meaning. Like they feel like, because it's right next to this Justice, they feel like they deserve this kind of separation in this block in some way, shape, or form. But in the other meaning, they feel like you are the type to pour out your, you know, whole heart and soul when it comes to this connection. Like probably almost give everything that you have for this connection, and they really appreciate you for that. Right now, okay, so with the heart with the key, they feel like you and you guys go together, like you have their heart, or you're the key to their heart. That's actually what I'm interpreting this as. I feel like they see you as someone who actually holds the key to their heart, that was maybe able to unlock their heart, at least for a very long time. They may have came off as cold or heartless, or maybe just not even cared or wanted a relationship, or whatever the case may be. And then I feel like you came along, pile 4, and really switched that up, you know, switched it up on okay. And sorry, I was getting something else here. With this mask right here too, I feel like they almost feel bad because they didn't express this to you as truly as they wanted to, because I'm channeling your person obviously right now. So they're saying that they, or their higher self. I don't like to say your person because it's your person's higher self with a mix of spirit. So that's why these messages probably sound a lot more mature and a lot more and a lot more like, you know, they make a lot more sense maybe for some of you than this person would actually express to you. So keep that in mind. But yeah, so what I was saying was this mask, I feel like they almost feel bad that they weren't able to express things to you or show you, you know, how they truly felt for a long time. And especially it's right next to this love call, so they have like this urge or this yearning to express how they really feel. I think right now it might be like getting bottled up. I don't know if you have this person blocked or they blocked you, or if there's a separation maybe on the horizon, or like whatever the case is, but they definitely feel shut out, to say the least. And I do feel like with this Page of Swords in reverse too, like whether this is true or not, they feel like you're not even checking on them. Like that's the message that I got, or the download, I want to say, that I got when that Page of Swords came out. It's basically like they're like, they don't even look for me. Or they don't even check my like social media or things like that. Now, I'm not saying that's true. I think that's just what they think right now, or at least they were thinking. And I do feel like maybe they and they think that, you know, you think that they haven't learned anything from this, but they want to say that they have, that they've learned a lot as well. with the strength here right now, they do admire you. They admire your strength like completely. And also I feel like this is whatever's going on with them right now is this like huge character development moment for them. And I feel like they are building a lot of strength. Like they didn't, like, I feel like they didn't think that they were this strong before until they had to probably go through a significant loss with you. And that's why I feel like we have the Lovers in reverse, that it's like they feel like they lost their other half, their divine counterpart, whatever the case is. If they're not, you know, like into stuff like that, then it's something that they feel rather than like they say like logically or consciously. But and then we have I'm emotionally unavailable. Now I feel like they think you've completely checked out here for the most part, or maybe they're emotionally unavailable right now for some of you as well too. Maybe they weren't able to emotionally fulfill you the way that you deserved, like hence this Ace of Cups again in reverse, and they feel like they're telling you that that maybe you're not crazy, that they acknowledge that as well too, that they weren't able to emotionally fulfill your needs the way you deserved. But again, they see a future with you. This 10 of Cups is blatantly obvious to that as well too, as this children and this passion. Like I feel very strongly for this pile that like the sexual chemistry that you and this person have is like is very magnetic, or at least it is on their part, because I'm channeling them. But they feel like I'm hearing like they, and with this card as well too, like I feel like they just can't keep their hands off you. And there's like this Lovers here too. There's a lot of like touchy-feely stuff like that. So maybe they feel really safe when they touch you as well. Like, and like it's about, and then also, yeah, like that heart with a key. It's like you make them feel at home, you make them feel safe, like an emotional warmth that they're not usually feeling or they haven't felt before. It's really interesting. They just view you as someone who is like so spectacular is what's coming to mind right now too. I want to get, actually, you know what? I want to see like a little bit more into like what was going on here. Or I guess maybe that's just me being nosy, huh? Like, let me just like see if is there any other messages? I feel emotionally invested in this now. I'm like, okay, so we have death. So there definitely was some sort of ending, but I feel like it's not the end. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, so we have Libra, we have Scorpio now. We also have Gemini, and we have Leo for the signs. There's a lot of major arcana signs. So those are like the definite cards that are assigned to those signs. And then the rest is just a few cups. We have some more air energy and a little bit of earth energy too. Okay. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. We have death. Let's get like one more. And the Six of Wands. Let's clarify these. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Crystals. Again, the Ten of Pentacles, like building a future family legacy with you. Can you clarify this Death card? We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, can you clarify this Ace of Wands for me? Seven of Wands. Also, unconditional love and temperance in reverse. And then can you clarify the Six of Wands for me? Queen of Swords in reverse. Interesting, interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so there's a lot of like, I wish I was, I wish I could have, I wish I wasn't so blind, I wish I wasn't so stubborn type of energy here. And, even though I feel, this is like, okay, so with this message, it's like, I don't think this person would ever like truly like say this to you, because I don't know if they're like capable of like understanding this right now, but their higher self is definitely coming through to say that they're actually like really proud of you for sticking to your guns. And they're like really proud of you for not allowing their like bullshit anymore, you know, and like not allowing that whatever they said or did to affect you. Now I don't know if it's like actually still affecting you. That's perfectly normal, but in their eyes you did something, or you're doing something that's like really brave here. And despite like how you felt or how they know that you feel, you're doing a great job for something, for whatever they want to tell you about, something that you're doing a great job for. It's actually quite wholesome, but it's like it stems from something that I feel like sucked for you and this person, but they're so proud that you're able to like do it. Like I feel like they're like their higher self is in the background with you, like, and it, like, go you, like this growth, this transformation, like this is so beautiful. Like, yeah, stick to your guns, don't allow, you know, my bullshit anymore and this and that. Like this is actually, it's very ironic, but it's very beautiful at the same time. So they're commending you here for something. Let's go ahead and get some channeled messages, some more channeled messages from this person. What else would they like pile 4 to know? Ooh, that's a big old stack. What else would you like pile 4 to know, please? Will you stand by me? Did that flip over? I need you. I don't deserve you. So, and I feel alive when we kiss. So at one point in time, this person like really needed you. I still feel like they do. And I want you in my arms. Remember how I said that, like this person likes holding you or whatever? This person was really... This person was really testing you at one point in time, and I feel like it was to feed their own want and their own like ego and their own inner child of like they were pushing you to your limits just to see if you would still stick around, if you would still want them, if you would still love them. And of course I think you did, but of course everyone has a breaking point. The I need you, I feel like, is coming out, and I don't think this is over. Like I don't think this connection, I don't think this relationship is over if you're in a separation, or even if you're not in a separation but you're feeling this and you feel one coming on, you know. I do feel like this is like, I just want to say like it's not over, but certain things had to end. I feel certain habits, certain whatever it is, but it had to end. And so I do feel like this person may have took you for granted, and they really did need you. They needed you a lot more than they probably let you know. And so they're coming through right now to say that, you know, they did that. And I feel like they're coming through to say thank you as well, too. Maybe you didn't get a lot of, kind of like, what would you call it? Basically what they were giving you before, too. Like, they didn't commend you as much as, you weren't appreciated. Thank you, Spirit. You weren't appreciated as much as you were, or as much as you should have been, sorry. And so they're realizing, yeah, that you deserved so much better than that. And that's why I feel like they were proud of you when it was coming through, like with this Queen of Swords in reverse. Like you kind of cut all, it's coming off as very cold energy, very like, detached. And I don't think that you're like 100% there yet, but you may be showing that to this person. And so they feel that you are being very strong, and they didn't even see that they could have been that strong. So they're like very supportive of that on a higher level. I don't think they're that mature in real life, or maybe they are. Maybe I should give them more credit. Who knows? But let's go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and get a couple charms here. Ooh, okay. Okay, so this person could definitely be going through some sort of tower moment as well too, but I do feel like with this footstep too, it's like you guys are both climbing you're going on your own journey, climbing your own mountains, climbing your own towers, and really, that looks like a baby foot too. There's a lot of children energy as well here too, so take that as a resonance. I do feel like maybe some of you have children and they're really proud that they're maybe walking in your footsteps. Oh, and also you probably left a huge mark with this person, like whether you think so or not, you definitely did. And probably continue to as well too. They view you as like some sort of earth angel, here. You could be an earth sign just because I said earth angel, but that doesn't have to be the case. Like they view you as someone, will this freaking focus? Come on. Hey. Well, you know what an angel wing looks like. But yeah, they view you as like this angel, like a gift from God is what I'm hearing. And this is cheetahs coming through because they definitely do want to take action towards you. As you can see, they may have been trying to, but they view you as someone that is worth going after, like maybe even a go-getter as well too. They commend you for that as well too. With this starfish, I feel like this person is really holding on to you. Maybe this is even a message to kind of loosen up a little bit. When you think about a starfish, that there's suction cups like attached to the hip, and maybe that's how they felt with you. That's how they still feel with you. You guys are always connected and all of that good stuff. Also, the starfish do represent divine love, and maybe even Google. Okay, I just burped right now, so I feel like Spirit's telling me to tell you to kind of release your hold, excuse me, on this person. Burps are a form of release, especially like when, like my relationship with Spirit, there's a lot of burping sometimes when I'm channeling. I know it's gross. I don't mean to. I'm sorry, guys. But it's a form of release, and I feel like that's maybe why the starfish came up too, that it's okay to let go, or at least let go of maybe the bad. Let go of what's hurting you, what you're holding on to that is weighing you down. I feel like there may be some heavy energy attached to that as well too. Okay, and then last but not least, we have a music sign. Oh, I feel like there's a couple messages coming through with this as well too. Like maybe some of you like to sing, and they would hear you sing, and they really miss that. They enjoy that as well. You could be into music, and also this person's higher self definitely talks to you through music, and music is very healing for this pile. So don't forget to connect to music and songs and things like that. I feel like that's very, very important for this pile. Music is very healing here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more signs. And you guys remember what I said, right? We had Libra with justice. We had Scorpio with death. We have Leo with strength. Oh, and Gemini. That's what it was. Gemini with the lovers. Let's see any other prominent signs. Oh, that was kind of a lot. Okay, so look, we have double confirmation for, we have confirmation for almost all of it except for Libra. So we have Scorpio again, Leo again, Gemini again. We have Virgo, Taurus, and Aquarius energy as well here. So those are the prominent signs. Now let's go ahead and get some initials. Okay, we have 2 F's here. We have R, D, H, and B. We have Y, V, X and R. For some reason, that's giving me like big retrograde energy. So it is Mercury, or just actually when I'm filming this is Mercury retrograde. So maybe that they'll try to come back into your life. You know, that's always notorious for some exes coming back or trying to creep back in. And we also have I. Did I say V and D? Let's get like 2 more. Oh, okay. And then we have T. I was thinking that when I was like, this happened in one of the other piles too. When I was thinking of like, I was thinking TF, like, because we have both the F's, and I was thinking like the twin flame, but oh my gosh, I bet you that's symbolic. So they feel like they're missing their other half. I was feeling very strongly like twin flame energy, especially with this separation and stuff like that. So I feel like they felt like they were missing their other half. That's why I was called to pull more, and then it came out like they want to get back together with you. But yeah, so maybe this retrograde, I think there's like 6 planets in retrograde right now, obviously, but this is obviously, oh, and we have L too. This is subjective to whenever you are viewing this. Remember, this is a timeless reading, so just because I posted it, you know, a certain date or did it a certain date, whenever you're watching this is obviously when it's relevant for you. But I'm just saying right now there's like 6 planets in retrograde, and this may be affecting this connection as well too. Or like I said about the Mercury retrograde, notorious to come back. You never know. But so I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you so much, pile 4. I had a ball reading this energy, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss another one, and I'll see you again.